Bus routes, train stations, the back and forth destinations. Always test your patience like I'm there, but I'm not there. I can see, but it's not clear. I'm good in the rain, dolo long as the code is Montclair. Welcome back to the Mediated Torching channel, MTI. I hope you guys have been waiting for me to put out some content. I was able to get Emerald B, R&B/pop artist, to put together some amazing content. Unfortunately, she was not able to come in studio, but we were able to deliver with a remote interview. I don't want to say too much. Let's just dive right into it. I don't know how you're doing. I know you're pretty busy. We were talking about, I was really trying to get you in the studio, but last time I saw you performing was at the 905 Fest,
Were
and that's
you
how
were
I
you
got to.
there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was a really good performance. I do it every year. I've done it
Mhm.
every year, I think since they started, or maybe like the second year they started. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm really good friends with a lot of people there. So yeah, it's a good.
If we want to get started with how you got into music.
Sure. I've been singing ever since I was little. I really loved Hannah Montana when I was younger.
Okay.
She was definitely like my singing inspiration when I was little. And then I started I feel like most singers start with social media because that's a great way to like promote yourself. So I started with
Yeah.
YouTube when I was younger, and I would just like record little covers. Like, many singers start off that way. Even Justin Bieber started his career just making YouTube videos. You don't know
Yeah.
who's watching and who can discover you on the internet. So
Hmm.
um and then I started like my Instagram, like started my branding, kind of like making a stage name,
Right.
and um, things like that, and showing myself on social media so people can, find me. And I started actually like entering myself in like little like competitions and fairs like locally in Hamilton. So my
Hmm.
parents were like my Uber drivers. They drove me everywhere until I finally got my license like a few years ago. Like I've been able to drive myself, but
Okay.
I'm so grateful for them. They've always been very supportive of everything I do in my career. And even if it was just some little fair that I was performing at, like, they would support me no matter what. And like
Hmm.
through performing, I think that's the main way like I got myself exposure and met people in the industry, whether they
Yeah.
were an artist or not an artist, someone like a producer or someone that is looking for talent to perform at shows. Like I think just performing so much over the years is like that was my main way of getting myself out there. And
Right.
I love to perform. So I love to keep doing that and meeting new people all the time. It's definitely the way. And I also got myself more performances by like
Hmm.
it's all about connections, right? So
Yeah.
that's all I've been doing. And then eventually I got more into songwriting and
Okay.
working with producers and like starting to create my own music, because like as an artist that's something that's necessary.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Honestly, sorry to cut you off, but I can like literally vouch for that because I've been attending like different underground shows around Hamilton, and I see live performances from time to time, and your music is well balanced out, whether it's you're recording in studio, like laying it out on a track, or being on stage. Because when I heard you, and like sometimes you can just know when an artist is good, it's just giving it an ear. Because me having listened to songs like Up, Danny and Sandy, Love Me Twice, they are the production on it is like super good. But with my digging, I found out that you were with Purple Records when you were just like starting out, right?
Yeah, so that's like when I was younger, I started working with a producer who lives in like the Netherlands, and
Oh,
he would help me record different like covers and stuff, and that very much like started off my career like in the like recording music like
right.
professionally. And now I've started working with more producers. I work with the last 4 songs that I recorded were recorded in Toronto,
Uh-huh.
and the producers are Andre Caden Black and John Karkar. They're like amazing guys. They're amazing producers and amazing people to work with.
Right.
They made my songs like just into a different song as what it started off with. Like the draft versus how
Yeah,
the song sounds now is just crazy, and it
it's
sounds,
amazing.
yeah, it sounds super professional, and I'm just so glad to have worked with them. Recently, the past 2 years, I've been so busy with university, so I haven't been writing or recording as much, but I'm trying to get back into it. You know, my main focus is on school right now, even though I
Right.
am in school for music, which
Oh
actually
wow.
does
Okay.
it does help me have opportunities to perform and
Hmm.
record as well because we do have a studio at our school. So
Yeah.
actually, recently, I'm working on recording an original song for the first time in a while, like a few years. So I'm glad to like start back at that. Yeah.
And to your latest single, "Wasted My Love," what was your, because that is such a nice song, and it sounds poppy-ish, R&B. I guess those are the main genres that you dive into, right? In
Yeah,
all
those
your
are
music.
Yeah, those are my main style. Like I started off with pop more and now I'm
Right.
moving into more R&B. I think my sound has like matured a lot, and like as my voice has matured, like so has like my songwriting, and just growing up, and I think I also love listening to R&B compared to pop. Now I don't listen to much pop at all. But I kind of like the blend and the mix between R&B and pop together. That's
Okay.
kind of where I'm at. And Waste My Love, yeah, it was recorded with Andre and John. And I also co wrote those songs with Brian Melo. He won Canadian Idol a long time ago, but he's an amazing songwriter and amazing musician.
Right.
And then he has a songwriting partner. His name is Paul Stevens. He's in Nashville, so we would have him on a Zoom call and we would all co write these amazing songs together and then bring them to the studio. So I'm just so grateful to work with like all these amazing music people. And so, yeah, that song was put together like a few years ago, but it was just last year that I released it and did some album art with someone here in London. So, yeah.
You're all over the place, but I mean, being a go-getter, like that's how old are you?
I'm 19.
19, and you're like in Western University, you're like actually doing music almost full time, because those are, you have like a couple of singles. It's not just like you just started, and the number of singles you have both on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, you just dropped your latest single. What, how do you balance that out? And like what's your, sorry to like give you a double barreled question, but like what's your process of like you going into a studio? Do you usually have like a written out, do you usually have like your lyrics ready to go, or you just usually have like, okay, I'm gonna like attack this theme today, and maybe I'm, you know how Kanye works, he probably will work on an album for a whole month and he's not going to complete it. And then there's someone like Jay-Z who's gonna like every single time he's in the studio is just like finishing like a whole track. And yeah.
It varies for every artist. I feel like my process usually is like start with the songwriting and also with like the melody and like deciding what instruments I wanted and stuff. So with those past 4 songs that I recorded, like all of them were co-written in like writing sessions. So that's how we kind of
Yeah.
started. Brian would come to the session with like a melody in mind, so we would kind of like create ideas there. Then we basically had a whole song after doing like those sessions. And then that's when I waited a couple years, actually a few years, and then
Right.
went to Toronto to record those songs because like it can take a while to find the right producers or
Oh, for
like,
sure.
and if you have an idea for a song and like if you're a perfectionist like me and want it to sound a certain way and want it to
Yeah.
sound professional, then like you have to find the right people to do that. And obviously it costs a lot of money, but like it's worth it in
Right.
the end. And
It is worth it.
yeah,
If
like
I mean,
I'm so happy with what I have.
Like I can relate to that because in the same breath, how I'm investing into this whole media channel, like I want to put out the best content, right? I don't want to like put out like a wacky video. I might have some good content, but if like the video is pixelated, there's not good production behind it, people are not gonna like want to watch it. And you're, it's not even about the people watching it. It's you. It's about you as a person caring about the art that you're putting out there. Like, is this the best that I did, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. With any career or any person that's starting up, like it costs money. You have to invest in your career, but over
Hmm.
time, like you find how worth it is. Even if you're not making that money back, you can still get things like exposure and you're growing. And then eventually you do get paid money for what you're doing, right? So if you're doing
Yes.
YouTube, you can make monetization off that. Or like me as an artist, I started getting paid for shows. So, you
Hmm.
know, investing in your career is super important. Things cost money. Like it's just how it works. Even though sometimes it can feel like I'm putting a lot of money into this, it
Yeah.
usually ends up being worth it. And in the long run or in the short, sometimes it doesn't take as much time. You know, it depends what. But anyone that's starting a career, that's what you got to do.
It is what you got to do. And can you remember the first song that you wrote?
I think, yeah, I think I posted it on my YouTube when I was younger, but I think
Right.
I've hid some of my videos that were like me singing when I was really young because like I feel embarrassed by them now.
No, like
I
it's
think
part
that
of
it
the
was
process.
I think that it was actually a song about colors.
Right.
And but now when I listen back to it, I was like, oh, these lyrics like that I were writing like actually have some meaning to it. I'm trying to like remember exactly what it's about, but I was like this like watching it now, I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like I really had a passion for music since the beginning, so it's just
Yeah.
cute to see.
That's so awesome. And I know in the beginning you said one of your influences was I don't know still if it is, but Hannah Montana. Do you have others on your list?
Yeah, so it's awesome to see like how she's grown into her own artist now, like Miley Cyrus, and like
Yeah.
all the things she's doing, right? She's very talented. I would say my top like number one favorite singer and inspiration is Tori Kelly.
Hmm.
I saw her in concert um, last summer, I think,
Right.
and I think the thing that I really like about her, like obviously I don't know her as a person, but she seems very down to earth, and she's not as popular as Drake or
Yeah.
Ariana Grande or something like that. She's more low key, but still popular. And I
Hmm.
think I like that about her because being too popular, you're just like, I don't know how to describe it, but she seems very down to earth and she seems like she doesn't care about the popularity. Like she really has a passion for music.
Hmm.
And she just has an amazing voice. And I think the reason I like her so much is like she has a very high range and can do very like cool riffs and stuff like that. So I love to sing her music and I love her music. Oh, I just love everything about her. She's such an inspiration to me.
I mean, I need to check her out. But are you having any singles coming out soon? Like, what are you teasing out right now?
Yeah, so like as of now, it's been really hard these past 2 years. Like even though I did release a song like last year, that song
Yeah.
was written like 5 or 4 years like
Mm,
before. So it's been really hard with university because I've just been like focusing on school. Even though I am in school for music, it's obviously different things.
yeah.
I wish I could just songwrite and release music and go to the studio, but that's not exactly it. But school has given me an opportunity to like record one of my original songs.
Yeah.
There's a group of musicians at Western. They made it like a club kind of called Miss Tapes Records. So
Right.
they picked a few artists to record some original songs in the studio at Western, and then we're using people in the music faculty who play instruments to use like as our backing track for the song. So it's all put together by students, and like there's so much
Wow.
talent at Western in the music faculty and outside of the music faculty. So far I've recorded some like we got someone to record bass and
Okay.
piano as well. So I haven't
Okay.
recorded any vocals yet, but I'm hoping to do that soon. And it's just, I'm so glad school has given me that opportunity, because lately I've been feeling like I have not put anything out in a while. I haven't written in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
So I'm glad for that. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like you have like a lot of amazing singles out. If you possibly put out even a mixtape or something with like 5 songs and upload it on Apple Music, I would buy it. Like I would be the first person to buy it because your sound is like really good. Like,
Thank you.
and I'm just it's just amazing to find this underground independent artists who really like put in the work. But my next question is, when are you then going to be performing for your next live show?
Yeah,
Because you were
that's
one of the best. You were one of the best sets at 905 Fest.
thank you.
Yeah.
Um, that has also been another like hard thing. I think I definitely perform. I'm definitely a performer more than someone who's interested in like releasing original music. I just love to perform. Like that is my main thing
Yeah.
as an artist. Um, but that's also been one of the challenges with being like busy and stuff. But
Mhm.
in the music faculty, there's lots of open mics and performance opportunities. So I've been doing things like that in the past couple of years. At the beginning of this year, there was like a music festival in London called Venue X Venue, and I
Yeah.
performed. I performed there at a bar in London. So there's opportunities that come up here and there. I definitely find that the winter season is um, very minimal performing, probably
Mhm.
because most of it is outside. The summer, like I'm packed with performances. So as of now, I don't think I have anything like booked
Right.
soon.
Okay.
Um,
I know
but
it can be a
it'll come
struggle.
up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, like, thank you so much for joining me and supporting the show. You've been a gem. And honestly, guys, go listen to Emerald's B latest single, Waste My Love. It's on um, Spotify and Apple Music. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now, but it is so good. Everything about it is all the production. It's all well rounded. But yeah, and click her link in bio in the Instagram and give her some love. Thank you so much, Emerald B.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Thank
we
you
can
so much for having
connect
me.
again.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what content you would like to see. And don't forget to check out Emerald's B's music. I will leave link in description. Click on it and check out her latest single, Waste My Love. As always, there is wisdom in the crowd.